konu ve konuk var. Konaklama sektöründe artan maliyetler ve enflasyon etkisiyle fine dining sürdürülebilir mi konusunda görüşlerini paylaşacak. Londra'da Hint mutfağı çatısı altında servis veren bir Michelin yıldızlı Benares Restaurant'ın Executive Şefi Sayın Taneja geliyor alkışlarınızla.
Hello, Antalya. How are we? I didn't hear how are we? Fabulous. Thank you. My name is Samir. I cook at Benares Restaurant in London. It's one of the oldest Michelin star restaurant. But the idea here is to not boast about the restaurant. The topic here today I'm matching is profit chain, the word profit. Any business, it's not a business if it's not making money, then it's a hobby, right? Do you agree with me? Fabulous. So my topic today I've chosen is how hospitality industry is suffering due to increasing cost of living, inflation. Quite technical terms, but at the end of the day, it is if we do business, is it for profit or not? If it's not for a profit, it's either a charity or a hobby, like I already said. So my second topic would be, is fine dining sustainable? So we'll go one by one. Before that, can we have a little video? Thank you. God, it makes me feel hungry. So, looking at this, it definitely made me feel hungry. I'm sure many of you as well. My question again is, hospitality industry is suffering, and I am not trying to make you feel bad or scare you. It is indeed. Not only hospitality, I think many industries are. So 10% of GDP, total GDP contributes from hospitality industry. That's restaurants, bars, tourism, cafe, canteens. So 10%, it's not a less number. It's a huge number for a contribution to run any business. Inflation. If we talk about inflation first, what is inflation? It's increase in prices of goods and services. That means, if I was paying £1 yesterday, I'm going to pay £1.50 today. Where do I get that 50 pence more? Has my salary increased? No, purely because it is not, the company cannot afford to increase my salary. If the wages are not in line with our expenditure, there is a crisis. The third problem here is a crisis. So again, the idea is not to scare, just to understand where we are at today's climate. We are in the cost of living crisis. That means expenses increase significantly to maintain the certain standard which we want to achieve. That is cost of living crisis. Now, coming back to the topic, how hospitality is suffering. Again, why do you think I have a problem? Because I see every day 17 restaurants in the UK closes every day. That means lots of jobs are in stake. The supply chain is in stake. There's lots and lots and lots of problems just because we couldn't sustain our business. So what should we do? What measures can we take? First and foremost, being responsible. I think a responsible operator can always find a way. So being responsible, and I'm going to come back to how being responsible can help. Revisiting our forecasts, controlling costs. It's a very beautiful word. Every owner wants to control costs. Why not? The more the control, the much the profitability is. But actually, it is the only way today. If I cannot earn more money, if my guests are not enough, I don't have enough guests in my restaurant. So what do? I control cost. Variable and non-variable. That means, if my fixed costs are there, either I use it to second supplement, to use that to make a little bit more money, just to sustain. We are not trying to be greedy. We are not trying to take an advantage of the situation, just trying to sustain. Again, 17 restaurants every day closing is a big thing. It's something to think about. Multitasking, innovation, supporting local businesses, menu and labor engineering. We'll go one by one. Multitasking. I think in today's world, even the education is very multitasked. They teach us not to do one thing at one time. The education system has become so advanced. The AI, artificial intelligence, has come into play. It gives us so much to think. It's a help and support just to make our profitability in line. Supporting local businesses purely means using local produce, and it's just not a fashion to talk just local produce. It's just not a fashion. It is the only means and way where we can control our carbon zero system, sustainability, and where the cost is less and you can make the margin. So again, using local produce is not a fashion, it comes from my heart. It is a need today. So support local farmers, local fishmongers, the nearest ingredient which you can buy towards your menu. Menu engineering is another one. How you engineer your menu. I always like to use expensive ingredients, which makes me look better on the paper, on TV or wherever I go. Using excess amount of labor to make one plate, again, makes me look better. It says, the only word it comes from everyone's mouth is wow. Is it sustainable? Second topic to go. Is fine dining sustainable? Can go for a debate, but I will in a favor of saying yes. For me, fine dining is not about using beautiful tablecloths, expensive chandeliers, or the most expensive ingredient in the world. In my kitchen, there is no space for expensive ingredients. We work with very humble ingredients. We try to make the best possible outcome from those humble ingredients. Second, fine dining also can be, I'm in favor of, sustainable if there is a right practices. Zero waste is another very fashionable word to say, but for me, as low as possible. The wastage, the less you waste, it goes It adds on your profitability. By sourcing local produce, I've already spoken. By reducing food waste. Today, if you see, there are lots of organizations who actually support the waste of the food. They try to either support to a needy, or they turn into different products. They turn the waste into either alcohol or byproducts. I think it has again become a need, and it's not a fashion anymore. My last one, but not least, is the wastage of labor. I think, like I spoke earlier, labor is important. I think the team is very important to produce a product. If I am not taught multitask, or if I cannot do 2 jobs at a time, that doesn't mean I have to take shortcuts. But then the world is in a very different phase. We are really doing a problem to our environment. I said last before, but I think this is the last. This my son told. My daughter told me this. She's only 7. She said, "Daddy, thinking differently could also make a business sustain. The way we think, we have to break the boundaries. We have to think very, very differently, out of the box." Again, it's not just a line to put it, where it fits. But thinking today, it really needs how we think differently to get the maximization of our profitability. I think I will be at the end of these lines. But if we are not profitable, there will be no restaurant, no businesses, no cafes, no nothing. So think differently, be responsible, and let's hope for the best. We had Brexit. There are countries fighting for I don't know what agenda they wanted to bring, but all this matters. We are standing today discussing this because we have a problem couple of years ago. So we don't fight, we don't make problems, we live happy, but we live sustainable. That's what I wanted to end this topic for. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.